My best friend asked me to lie about where she was last Friday. When I found out why, I had no choice but to end our 10-year friendship. Jessica and I had been inseparable since 4th grade. We did everything together, sleepovers every weekend, matching Halloween costumes, even applied to the same colleges. She was basically my sister. So when she texted me Sunday night asking if I could cover for her, I didn't think much of it. The message said, "Hey, if anyone asks, we were at your place watching movies Friday night, okay? Can you just say that?" I figured maybe she snuck out to see some guy her parents didn't approve of. We'd covered for each other plenty of times before. Fake study sessions, imaginary group projects, the usual high school stuff. I texted back, "Yeah, of course. Who's asking though?" She just sent back a heart emoji and thanks. Monday morning at school, everything seemed normal. Jessica met me at my locker like always, talking about some TikTok drama and complaining about our chemistry homework. Nothing seemed off. But then during 3rd period, I got called to the principal's office. My stomach dropped because I never get in trouble. I walked in and there were 2 police officers standing there with Principal Morgan. They asked me to sit down. One of the officers, this older guy with gray hair, asked me if I knew a Jessica Martinez. Obviously, I said yes. She's my best friend. Then he asked where Jessica was last Friday night between 8 and 11 p.m. My brain immediately went to her text. I looked at Principal Morgan, then back at the cops and said exactly what Jessica told me to say. She was at my house. We were watching movies and eating pizza. The officers exchanged looks. The woman officer leaned forward and asked if I was absolutely sure about that. She said it was very important that I tell the truth. I nodded, starting to feel sick. "What's this about?" I asked. They wouldn't tell me, just wrote down some notes and let me go back to class. I texted Jessica immediately. "Cops just asked about Friday. I covered for you, but what's going on?" She didn't respond. By lunch, I still hadn't heard from her and she wasn't at our usual table. I asked around and nobody had seen her since 1st period. That's when I overheard 2 junior girls talking in the bathroom. "Did you hear about the hit and run on Maple Street? Some lady got hit by a car Friday night and they still haven't found who did it." My heart started racing. I pulled out my phone and searched for news about Maple Street. There it was. A woman named Patricia Chen, 42, was crossing the street around 9:30 Friday night when a car hit her and drove away. She was in critical condition at Memorial Hospital. The article said police were looking for a dark blue Honda Civic with front end damage. Jessica drove a dark blue Honda Civic. I felt like I was going to throw up right there in the bathroom stall. I left school early, told the nurse I had a migraine, drove straight to Jessica's house. Her car was in the driveway and I walked around to look at the front. There was damage, fresh damage. The headlight was completely shattered and there was a huge dent in the bumper, scratches in the paint. Jessica's mom wasn't home, but I knew where they kept the spare key. I let myself in and went straight to Jessica's room. She was lying on her bed staring at the ceiling. When she saw me, she sat up fast. "Why aren't you at school?" I didn't say anything at first, just stared at her. Then I asked, "What happened Friday night, Jessica?" Her face went completely white. She started crying immediately, not even trying to hide it. She told me everything. She'd been driving home from her boyfriend's house, wasn't paying attention, was texting at a red light. When the light turned green, she went but didn't see the woman crossing. She felt the impact, saw the woman fall and panicked, just kept driving, said she was so scared she just wanted to get home. I asked her why she didn't stop, why she didn't call 911, why she didn't do anything. Jessica just kept crying and saying she was scared, that her parents would kill her, that she'd lose her license, that it would ruin her life. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Some woman was fighting for her life in a hospital and Jessica was worried about her driving record. I told her she had to turn herself in. She grabbed my arm and begged me not to say anything, said we'd been best friends forever and I owed her this, that the woman would probably be fine and nobody had to know. I pulled my arm away. I told her I already lied to the police and that made me sick, that I wasn't going to keep covering for her while an innocent person was in the hospital. Jessica's whole attitude changed then. She got angry, said if I told anyone, she'd make sure everyone knew I helped her lie, that we'd both go down. I left her house and drove straight to the police station, told them everything, showed them the texts, told them about the car damage, admitted I lied earlier because I didn't know what I was covering for. The detective thanked me for coming forward and said I did the right thing. Jessica was arrested that same day. Her parents tried calling me asking how I could betray their daughter like that, but I didn't betray anyone. Jessica betrayed that woman she hit. She betrayed me by making me lie for her. She betrayed our entire 10-year friendship by thinking I'd help her cover up something that's serious. We haven't spoken since. Last I heard, she took a plea deal. Mrs. Chen survived but has permanent injuries. I still feel guilty for lying to the cops that first time, even though I didn't know what I was covering for.